Declan Rice sent a 6-word message to Finley Munroe after the young defender completed his move to Middlesbrough. Munroe joined Borough on a 4.5-year deal after a £300,000 fee was agreed with Aston Villa. His season-long spell at Swindon Town was cut short to allow the move to be completed. Declan Rice's brutal tunnel tantrum towards Arsenal coach leaked by lip reader. Arsenal picked up a win over Chelsea in the Carabao Cup last night, and Declan Rice was involved in a heated exchange with Arsenal assistant manager Albert Stuvenberg at halftime. A lip reader has now shed light on the angry tunnel row between the Arsenal player and the coach, and revealed what the player said to Stuvenberg. Hat tip Daily Mail. What Declan Rice said to Arsenal coach. The exact conversation is uncertain, but lip-reading expert Jeremy Freeman has suggested that Rice initiated the confrontation with a "just go," before Gabriel stepped in to defuse the situation and urged Stuvenberg, "Stop, please stop, please stop." Freeman added that Rice reacted with, "Oh, for F***'s sake," followed by, "He doesn't know what the hell he is on about?" Meanwhile, the 27-year-old has been excellent for Arsenal this season, and he will be hoping to guide them to a major trophy. Arsenal are the favourites to win the Premier League title, and they will look to win a domestic trophy as well. They have already made it to the semi-finals of the English League Cup, and it remains to be seen whether they can go all the way in the competition. It has been an outstanding season for Arsenal so far, and they will look to sustain their current run of form during the second half of the campaign as well. It will be interesting to see if they can improve the team during the January window. Incredibly consistent, Arteta singles out Arsenal star for praise after latest win. Munroe has impressed at Swindon this season and now makes the switch to Borough, stepping up to play championship football as Borough senses an opportunity to take a player they believe has bags of potential. Although a product of the Aston Villa academy, he moved to the Midlands aged 16, after being released by Chelsea. If you're wondering why Arsenal and England star Rice was posting publicly about the move, that's because Rice is the cousin of the new Borough man. Replying to an Instagram post in which Munroe said he was delighted to sign for this huge club, Rice replied with a post on his stories. In it, he wrote, "Go time cuz. Proud of you." Munroe will travel with the rest of the Borough squad to the Midlands on Friday, where he will be available to make his debut in the clash with West Brom. Only 20, he does not need to be registered in the EFL squad for the rest of this month and therefore adds important cover at the back, with Borough struggling with injuries throughout the season at the back. In 27 appearances for Swindon in the first half of the season, he managed 2 goals and 9 assists, with Borough feeling he can go straight into their first team picture, but feeling he's a player with a lot of growth potential too. Man City are confident of beating Arsenal to Premier League title, says Starman. The Gunners have bottled title leads before, is another one coming? Manchester City are confident of catching Arsenal and winning the Premier League title this season. That's according to Reijnders, who says City must win the weekend Manchester derby against Man United on Saturday if they are to mount a stunning title win. Arsenal are heavy favourites to win the title this season, for what would be their first championship victory in 22 years, thanks in part to City draw their last 4 games. The Gunners have opened up a 6-point gap over City and third-placed Aston Villa. Few teams have overturned since a deficit, but City are one of them. And Reijnders has suggested that there is almost an expectation at City that they will overcome Arsenal and claim another league title. We have to keep the pressure on Arsenal, so it's very important for us to win this game and get in the right flow again, Reijnders told The Times. We are pretty confident of catching Arsenal, to be honest. We all feel like we are really growing this season, and that's a good sign. We have the feeling that we've not reached our ceiling yet. Arsenal have their own history of overcoming huge title leads. In fact, they hold the record for the greatest points deficit overcome in a Premier League title race when they fought back from 13 points behind to beat Manchester United to the league crown in 1997-98. But, in more recent history, the Gunners have a history of letting title leads slip. Arsenal held an 8-point lead over City with 9 games to go in 2023. The next season, they won 89 points but still failed to hold off the challenge of City, who moved into top spot in the penultimate weekend to deny Mikel Arteta and company once again. Arsenal reject West Ham bid for midfielder. West Ham United have failed in an attempt to land Ethan Nwaneri on loan this month, with Arsenal rejecting interest in the teenage midfielder as they prioritize maintaining their squad depth for the second half of their title-chasing season. The 18-year-old has remained on the fringes in the league despite last year's breakthrough, yet the view inside Arsenal is clear: they are not about to weaken their options at a critical point in the campaign, particularly with the club still competing across four fronts. Football.London reported that West Ham were keen to explore a January loan for Nwaneri, but Arsenal have knocked back the approach from their London rivals. The decision comes despite the midfielder's limited involvement in the Premier League this season, where he has yet to make a start when opportunities have arrived elsewhere. However, Nwaneri has offered a reminder of his value. He made his fourth start of the season in Sunday's FA Cup tie away to Portsmouth, a rare inclusion from the beginning in a competition that has often been used to manage workloads and reward those outside the regular 11. After that match, Mikel Arteta pointed directly to the strength of the squad as the decisive factor in Nwaneri's lack of minutes. "He deserved that chance," Arteta said. "Because of the strength of the squad and the players that are in the positions, he hasn't been able to play. Today he's done it, and I think he had some very good minutes." The midfielder has also been linked with a possible loan move to AFC Bournemouth, but the preference from those around the player is understood to be staying at Arsenal and seeing out the season as part of Arsenal's title challenge, rather than moving mid-season.